What's going on, everybody? This is Adam. I'm with AMC Detailing. We're located in Tulare, California. Today we're going to be doing our exterior detail on this Dodge Durango.
Hey, so what's the first step to your exterior detail?
So the first thing we do is we rinse it down. Once we rinse it down, we go ahead and spray that all over the front, being the windshield, the mirrors, and then the front end. And what that helps us do is get all those bugs off without any scrubbing at all. And then meanwhile, normally while we're rinsing, once I get the whole thing rinsed down, he'll be on the wheels, and then I'll go ahead and steal that pump sprayer from him, do that, and then by the time I'm done spraying this down, he's done with the wheels, and then we start washing it. So we've got a pretty good system going.
Now, you're detailing on dirt.
Yes.
How does that affect the detail?
So there's a couple things. So when you're working on the interior, some people have hose reels, or like vacuum hose reels, but regardless, whenever you're taking that stuff in and out of the car, when it's dragging on dirt, especially out here, this is pretty much dust, it's gonna track it inside the car. So you pretty much have to be really cautious with how you're allowing the equipment to go into the car, making sure it's not touching anything that you've already cleaned. From an exterior perspective, like when we step on those side steps to get to the roof, we inevitably have mud that gets on those, and so it kind of makes it a little more challenging once we're drying the vehicle. Once we dry the roof, we'll go back and spray those off and then dry it again.
Hey Adam, so you just mentioned right now that, what do you use to remove the bugs?
I actually use a mixture of stuff. So I use a little bit of degreaser mixed with some soap and water, and it works really, really great for us. The only downside is that if you let it sit too long, you could potentially damage the paint, damage the plastics. So you have to watch very carefully, make sure it's not going to dry up on you.
Why don't you use one of those like PNS bug off or this and that?
Well, so we've tried a couple of those things. I haven't tried PNS personally. All the products that we've used in the past that's supposed to have been like a bug off or whatever hasn't necessarily worked too well. It didn't seem like it was strong enough. And so over at Gloss Empire, he has a lot of knowledge on stuff that he's done personally, and that's one of the things he told me was to get a soap and degreaser mixture, and sure enough, it works great.
Now, another thing is, we're in the Central Valley, small town.
Yep.
You can't buy PNS anywhere over here, right?
You can't buy PNS anywhere. The closest retailer that sells PNS is in Fresno. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Clovis.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, it could be closer, but to my knowledge, the closest retailer is in Clovis, which is about 52 minutes from here. I actually got my extractor from them, so. But yeah, they're a drive.
Hey Adam, what type of water do you use?
It depends on the job. So for just normal stuff, we don't use DI water. For like big RVs or fifth wheels and stuff like that, we do use DI water. But what we use on a day-to-day basis is, on my house, I have a whole home filtration system. It brings the water down to 97 TDS, which I feel like for this instance is good enough. Obviously, it's not perfect, but you know, we just gotta work with what we've got.
Hey, so what type of towel are you using to dry the car?
Using a Max Shine twisted loop. It's a twisted dual loop. These things are super absorbent. They come in purple, we have them in blue, gray. These towels are super absorbent. So what we do with these is, I have a ton of them. So what we do is we'll go ahead and dry the whole car off, get the exterior glass, and then we'll dry the wheels if it's like a painted surface or a shiny surface. And then we'll go ahead and do the door jams. And then once we do the door jams, we just toss them in the dirty pile and wash them again for the next day.
Hey, what kind of tire dressing do you use?
That is a Detail Stops Mega Shine. Comes in a gallon, and it kind of gives it that perfect in-between finish. It's not too shiny, it's not greasy, it's not oily, and it doesn't sling. So we like that one a lot. All right, guys, there you go. This is how we do our exterior detail. If you guys do it differently, leave it in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure you thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.